Alright, so should you buy GTX 1080 in 2024? I will answer that question in this video. So what I have here is AORUS GTX 1080, and this one got released I think back in 2017. And remember, GTX 1080 was a beast 6 or 7 years ago, and this GPU still holds up pretty well. And the one I'm holding right now is the AORUS version. It is overclocked, and let me tell you this GPU looks beefier, and not just looks, it is beefier than my RTX 3070. It is a pretty huge GPU, and as compared to the ROG Strix 1080, this one is bigger than that and somewhat have 4 fans in it. Middle one is kind of small, but that one have 2 tiny fans in it. So let's see how it performs and see if it's worth buying a used GTX 1080 in 2024. So let's get right into it. Alright, so the first game that I will be testing is GTA 5, and the graphics preset that I'm gonna be using is completely maxed out on 1080p. Even the population density, population variety, and distance scaling is completely on maxed out. And the reason why I'm testing this on 1080p, because I am pretty sure people who are looking to buy a GTX 1080 are focusing on 1080p gaming, because if you go above 1080p in GTX 1080, it doesn't make sense. You won't even get 60 FPS in most games. And in GTA 5 maxed out, we are getting about higher 50s to 60 frames per second, and there's no stutter, no lag or anything like that. And I am pretty sure if you lower some settings and tweak it out according to your needs, let's say population density, you will be getting solid 60 FPS or even 70 FPS per second in GTA 5. And I would say, yeah, if you want to play GTA 5 on maxed out, GTX 1080 is gonna be a perfect fit for 1080p gameplay. And now the next game is Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty, and I was surprised. The settings that I'm using right now are completely maxed out, so there are no RTX options in GTX 1080, but everything is on ultra. I didn't touch anything, I just switched to ultra preset, and that was it. And the frame rates I was getting, you guys will be the judge, because this is almost a 7-year-old GPU, and I'm getting about 60-70 frames per second when there's less crowd. But while driving, I was getting about 50 to 60 frames per second, and I would say the game looks way better than GTA 5, and the frame rates were somewhat similar. But in the crowded area, you might get, let's say, 40 to 50 frames per second, but again, there are no stutters, no delay whatsoever. And now, speaking of Fortnite, I'm just using some competitive settings in DX12, and I'm not using performance settings because the game looks complete garbage. I mean, yeah, if you're a competitive player, use it in performance mode, but 1080p 140-150 frames per second looks amazing and a really smooth gameplay. And by the way, if Fortnite is performing like this, if you play games like Overwatch, you can expect frame rate from somewhere 250 or just like, somewhere around 200 to 250 frames per second. So in conclusion, for competitive games, this GPU is gonna be still worth buying because it costs less than $150, and if you find a good deal just like I did, you will get this GPU for $100 or even $110, and you will be happy with it. And again, this is still gonna perform better than PS5 in competitive games because more frame rate, and yeah, resolution is not gonna be that good, but who cares about resolution when you are a competitive player? So yeah, this GPU works flawlessly, and I think if you're gonna get a good deal, you should really buy it in 2024. So that's the answer. GTX 1080 is still relevant in 2024 no matter what game you throw on it. I said throw it. Anyway, I'm just gonna end the video. I'm kind of sleepy right now, so I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.